Hi, I'm Vicky, welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're here for the first time, thank you so much for watching. So this is another Shop My Stash video, and the way that I structure these videos is I'm going to be talking about my previous selections, show you some pictures of the makeup, my thoughts on these products, and then I'll take you over to my makeup drawers and then I will choose the next set of makeup products. Now, I've not been hugely impressed with the products that are in my current Shop My Stash rotation. There are some products that I will talk about that I just didn't get on with and I didn't like. So I've not been hugely excited and really kind of looking forward to wearing the makeup that's in my current rotation. But this is kind of the whole point of me doing a year-long no-buy and doing things like Project Pans, Shop My Stashes, because it's given me that opportunity to rotate through my collection, make sure I wear everything, and then if I don't get on with something, if I don't like something, if I'm not really enjoying how it looks, then I can move that product out of my collection. So although I've not been loving the makeup the past few weeks, that's fine, because I've identified some products that I don't like and therefore I can declutter. And I am hoping to do a declutter video sometime soon, maybe in the next month or two, but I do want to work through a few more products before I make a video about it. Alright, so let's start talking about the products then. The first one was my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, and I did include this in the Shop My Stash before this current one, but I was trying to finish off the foundation that was in my Project Pan, so I didn't really pay too much attention to this one. But now that I have finished that foundation, spoiler alert for my Project Pan video, I had more time to wear this Complexion Rescue. And I've really been enjoying wearing a lighter coverage base product. And this product is lovely. It's a light coverage and it's buildable as well, so you can really control the amount of coverage that you want. It does have SPF 30 as well, so that's a nice added little bonus into the product. The shades of these are really forgiving as well, so I've got two shades of these. This is vanilla and this is my perfect shade, but I can get away with the other one, which I think is called Wheat. I'm not too sure, don't quote me. But I really did like wearing this one, and this one worked quite well mixing it with a little bit of the foundation that's in my Project Pan. But all in all, I really did enjoy wearing this product this month. Next product was this Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Now, I haven't worn this one prior to this Shop My Stash for a long time, so I couldn't really remember what my thoughts are on this concealer, but this is really, really lovely. It has a sort of medium to full coverage, and the way I've been using this is I've been using my Tarte Shape Tape under my eyes and then this on any blemishes or other parts of my face where I want that little bit extra coverage. And you get quite a good amount of playtime with this. It doesn't dry down too quickly. I'm in the shade 3.5, which suits me really well. This is 5mm though, so it is a tad smaller than other concealers that are about, on average, 7mm. But I think this is about £5, so that 2mm less doesn't really bother me. What I like about this concealer as well is when you open it, it's really clean. Can you see here? You don't get any product that spills out. I get that with my Tarte Shape Tape and it's so annoying because eventually it comes down the sides of the bottle, but this doesn't do that. It's a really nice clean concealer. And this worked really well with the Complexion Rescue and also with the foundation that's in my Project Pan. Really do like this concealer. For a £5, this is a great concealer. And then the highlighter I chose was this No. 7 Custom Blend Highlighting Drops. I am so impressed with this highlighter. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I've been using it as an actual highlighter, so give it a good shake and then you just dot it on your cheekbones. But I've also been mixing this in with my foundation, with my fuller coverage foundation that's in my Project Pan. And I've done that today, and I'm not really sure if you can kind of see on camera, but it gives you a nice luminosity to the skin, a luminous glow. Not dewy, we know I don't like dewy. But I really do like this. I'm so impressed with this product. I would definitely repurchase this, and I really like as well that you get multiple uses out of it. So like I say, as an actual, highlighter, but also blended in with the foundation as well. And I've got the shade White Gold, and because I'm fairly pale, this is a really lovely colour match for me. So I've scooched over so I can put some pictures here of the other makeup and how that looks. So if we start off with the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder in the shade St. Lucia, and I was focusing on the bronzer and not the blush in this palette. This is okay. It doesn't look orange or muddy in my opinion. I've got it on today, so I'm not sure how it's coming across on camera. It's a little bit too red for my liking. I mean, it's alright, it does work, but I don't think it's the perfect bronzer for me. And I've got it on in some of these pictures here. So with this red lipstick that was in my previous 4 weeks 4 lipsticks. I've got it here as well with this peachy lip. So it does work with quite a few different looks, but I just think the red undertones in it aren't my perfect match, but it's fine, it'll do for now. I might include it again sometime soon because I don't have that many bronzers, and it is nice to cycle through all of them and see if I can potentially hit pan on it. Alright, and then next product is my Bare Minerals Crystalline Glow palette. I did include this in the previous Shop My Stash and I was focusing on the bronzer, but this time I was focusing on these two blushes. Now this says on the back that they're highlighters, but when I had a makeover at Bare Minerals counter, which is when I bought this, they use them as blushes, and when you go on Bare Minerals website, I'm pretty sure that it says that this darker one is a blush and this one's a highlighter. Now I have tried to use this product in multiple ways. I have used both of them as just a blush, both of them as a highlight, and then again as a blush topper. I've used them all in conjunction with each other as well. Even though I wasn't focusing on this bronzer this time round, I did use all three of them together to see how the amalgamation of all three colours worked. And I don't like this palette. They're incredibly shimmery. So as a blusher, they're far too shimmery for my liking. I like a matte blusher. As a highlighter, they've got far too much pink. So you have a blush and then you've got a heavily pink highlighter, and I just don't like how it looks. And I've got a video up here of, I think I had them all as a blusher, and I really don't like how that looks. It looks muddy, it's not the right kind of colour for me. And as soon as I put these products on my face, I just wanted to take my makeup off straight away. I just really did not get on with this palette. And I've got another video here as well where I've got a red lip with it, and I just don't like how shimmery the whole look is. That was when I had all three of these products on at once. I just really don't get on with these shades, with this formulation, and that makes me sad because it's Bare Minerals and I really do like Bare Minerals, in particular their powder products over their liquid products. But this is just a no for me. Alright, next product was my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and I've got that on today with MAC Blank Type eyeshadow over the top. This is pretty good in terms of longevity, in terms of making my eyeshadow last all day. However, the shade, I'm not sure if you can see, the shade is quite dark to begin with, so it makes all of my eyeshadow looks that I put on top of it quite dark. So I think it is a good product in terms of making my eyeshadow last, but I don't think I would rush to buy this again once I use this up. I much prefer my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And that does need setting as well. That definitely does need a bit of translucent powder or a bit of eyeshadow over the top of it to really seal it in place, because otherwise you will get creasing. Alright, next products. I wanted to include a couple of my Estee Lauder face and eye palettes because I have quite a few of these from when I got the Christmas Blockbuster gift sets. And the first one is, try not to blind you with the light, is this beigey brownie gold palette. And I was focusing on all of those eyeshadow shades and this blusher here at the end. Now with this palette, I really liked the eyeshadows but didn't like that blusher. This blusher is very shimmery again, so again I ended up with shimmery cheeks, which I just don't like. And the colour isn't very pigmented as well. I had to really pick up a lot on my brush to get colour payout, but then when I was doing that I was then ending up with lots more shimmer on my face. So I really didn't like this blusher. But the eyeshadows are really, really lovely. These are my kind of shades, these neutral, warm toned golds and coppers and browns, and I wore it with the red lipstick that was in my 4 weeks 4 lipsticks, and that just added a little bit of colour to balance the lips. I'm also wearing it here with this peachy lipstick, and I just think it's nice to give that little bit of definition to your eyes without really sort of committing too much to a bold colour or too much pigment. Now I'm not as impressed with this palette as I was when I tried it in my Estee Lauder full face video. I couldn't quite get the same colour payoff as I did in that video, so I might have to watch that video back and see exactly what I did. But I do really like this palette, this one can stick around. And moving on to my other Estee Lauder palette. Now my thoughts on this palette are reversed. I like the blush but really don't like the eyeshadows. Now I have already depanned 2 of the eyeshadows in this palette, but the other 4 are not really my shades. They're very cool toned. I tend to go for more warm toned eyeshadows, and these shades all look exactly the same. I'll put up some pictures here of my eye wearing the different shades, but they all look exactly the same. And these aren't really my kind of colours anyway. I don't tend to go for blue eyeshadow. I don't feel like blue eyeshadow complements my green eyes that much. Now, I don't dislike entirely how this looks, but it's just not me. I don't think it's the most flattering on me, so I don't think that it looks bad. I just don't think that it looks great, and it's definitely not me. Like I said a few times before, the neutral eyeshadows are my kind of colours, not colours like this. And I don't wear these colours nearly nowhere near enough to warrant having 4. And I think these are pretty dupable shades as well, so I'm pretty sure in my MAC custom palette, Night Divine is pretty similar to these colours, and I've probably got 1 or 2 in one of my Soph Revolution palettes. But the blush was quite pretty. It's quite pigmented, and it looks quite scary in the pan. It looks like it's going to be really dark, but it was a little bit patchy. So although the colour was nice, I don't think the quality of this blusher is enough to redeem the rest of the palette. So when it comes to doing a declutter video, which I hope to do in maybe 1 to 2 months time, this will be a product that is going to be going. Alright, and last product was my Mally eyeliner in the shade Walnut, which is a dark brown. I'm not an eyeliner person, and I didn't actually end up wearing this that much at all. Eyeliner is just not really a product I reach for, but I do have too many of them, so I do have to make sure that I tried my best to wear them, because I've got to get those numbers down in my inventory. Nothing wrong with this product in terms of eyeliners. This is definitely one of the best that I've tried. It doesn't drag on the eye, it's quite creamy, it doesn't transfer. It's actually a really lovely eyeliner, but it's just not a product I reach for that often. Alright, so those were the products that I have been working on. So I'm now going to take you over to my makeup collection, and I can choose some products to be focusing on for the next 3 weeks. Okay, let's start off with the bronzer then, and I've only got 1 more bronzer in my inventory that I haven't used in a while, and it is this one here from the Revolution Patricia Bright palette, and this is in the shade Moonlight Glow. And when I've used this before, I have really enjoyed all 3 colours. So we've got a blusher, bronzer and highlighter, and they all suit me really well, and they all work together really well. So I am going to use this bronzer, but I'm also going to go for the blush and the highlighter as well. Give all 3 of these shades a go. Right, I think I want to try my remaining 2 Estee Lauder eyeshadow palettes. So it is this one here, which is the Night palette, and this has purple shades in it. Now I quite like wearing purple. With green eyes, purple eyeshadow does complement them quite well. And I have had another one of these palettes which was more sort of gold, but I did declutter it because the pigmentation wasn't great. You did have to apply a lot of product to get pigmentation. It did look really lovely when it was on the eyes though, and it did blend it quite nice together. But I'm not sure if you can see just how small these pans are, and it makes it difficult to get a brush into these pans. So you have to use your finger, and then you can't really get a really detailed eyeshadow look. And I don't reach for this palette often at all, so I think it's a good idea to include this one. And the other Estee Lauder one, is it this one? Yes, this one. So this is browns, some pinks, and it's all shimmer, all very pretty looking, but again it's not one that I really reach for that often, so I think it would be a good idea to include this one. And I am going to go for the blush that's in here as well, although that does look a little bit like a highlighter, but it does say it is a blusher, so I'll see if I can find ways to make this one work. But you know me, I'm not keen on a shimmery blush, so I don't have high hopes for that one, but let's give it a go. Okay, so as this is a 3-week Shop My Stash, I've got 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I think I want to include 1 more, and I am drawn to this one, my Revolution Pro Ultimate Eye Look palette, and this is Diamonds and Pearls, I think this one is called, yes, Diamonds and Pearls. And I have depanned this shade. It was a bright gold and it just really made my eyes sting, but these shades here work really nicely together. From memory they were really pigmented and they were really pretty. So let's include this one. And all 3 of these eyeshadow palettes that I've chosen should work really well with the lipsticks that were in my 4 weeks 4 lipsticks video. So let's go for that one as well. And that is this drawer all done with. Okay, so time to choose some base products then, and I've really been enjoying wearing a lighter coverage, a more buildable base product. I'm going to try my Erborian BB Cream. I haven't used this in a while, but I remember it being really lovely. It makes your skin look like glass, it gives you such a healthy, luminous glow. It's just a beautiful, beautiful product. The shade range is pretty pants though, I think there's only about 4 shades, but the shade Nude suits me pretty well, so I'm one of the lucky ones that finds a good shade match in this product. So let's go for this one. Now with concealers, I don't have too much choice now. I have chosen the Fenty one and I have gone for a Revolution one, and I think I'm going to go for my e.l.f. one, my e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. Now this is probably a little bit too heavy to pair with the Erborian BB Cream, but I don't really have much choice because I don't have that many concealers. So let's see what this one is like. I also want to go for my Revolution colour corrector. This one. This is in the shade Peach, but I think it's a tad too dark for me, but I have noticed at the moment my dark circles have been quite bad. So let's take this corrector and see if we can make me look more well rested. Alright, eyeshadow primer. Let's go for the NYX one. The NYX HD Studio Photogenic Eyeshadow Base. I used this, I think, in my cheapest full face of makeup video, and I was pretty impressed with how this made my eyeshadow last. So I'm intrigued to see how this holds up, give this a bit of a go for the next few weeks and see what I think about this. Alright, I'm not going to include any lip products because of my 4 weeks 4 lipsticks, but I want to include a couple of eyeliners and see if I can make myself wear them this time. I'm going to go for Teddy by MAC. This is a really nice, like, shimmery brown. Very, very pretty, and brown eyeliner is in at the moment, so let's take that one. And I'm also going to go for this nude one here by Peaches and Cream. Love their eyeliners. So nice. Alright, I think we're all done. I think those are all the products that I want to include in this next rotation. Alright, so those are the selections then for the next 3 weeks. If you've tried any of the products that I've chosen, please leave me a comment down below. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on those products. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Take care guys, thank you. Bye bye.